So here we are in Atlanta on the verge of another snow and ice emergency, Snowmageddon, Iceageddon, whatever we want to call it. And if you're a business, you need to think about how to prepare yourself for this. So we're talking to Brian Kraigher with UHY here in Atlanta, who is a senior consultant and an expert in helping businesses prepare to make sure their business continues and they can recover quickly from disasters. So Brian, let me ask you first, what are some of the ways that disasters can affect a business?
Well, Mitch, disasters could result in office closings for either the short or long term. It could disrupt business operations and may affect your ability to meet customer commitments or regulatory requirements. For example, in an ice storm such as today, the following types of businesses will have to continue operations: hospitals, law enforcement, data centers, internet services, as well as infrastructure-type services, including power, water, and natural gas. It can also result in the loss of data and records. For example, if a fire or flood affects your computer server room. If you're not prepared, it can affect your business's reputation. And, of course, there's the danger to your employees and customers.
So, we're a day or so away from this. Obviously, a company can't do everything, and they think about what are the key things, main objectives they need to think about to keep their companies running this week.
Well, first and foremost, make sure that your employees and customers are safe, perform your vital business functions, and maintain your commitments to customers as much as possible. And this can be accomplished by having a detailed plan in place, maintain effective communications throughout the disaster, and restore the business to normal operations as soon as possible.
So, we may not have a lot of time to prepare, so what's the minimum that a company could do, say, today if they wanted to get a couple of things done to help themselves be a little bit better prepared?
Well, I would recommend performing kind of an ad hoc risk assessment. Just ask yourself what could go wrong. This would determine both the impact the disaster will have on your business and how to prepare for it. And during that assessment, you need to consider customer commitments and legal requirements, and then also consider the likelihood that the disaster will affect those commitments.
Let me ask you a question. So would you kind of prioritize the disasters, the kind of the possible situations?
Well, for a long-term strategy, you would want to develop detailed plans for the highest risk first, using kind of a cost-benefit approach. These plans would include detailed procedures for employees to follow, as well as an assignment of responsibilities for performing those vital business functions.
And of course, you ought to communicate your policies and your plans to your staff and your customers so they know what's going to happen, right?
That's absolutely right, Mitch. Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, Brian, this has been great. This has been just a real quick sampling for folks to think about today. They may have a day or so to do something that may help their businesses. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Mitch. You have a great day.
Let's see, and your email is bkraigher@uhy-us.com. Is that right?
That's right, Mitch.
Great. Thanks, Brian.